Hello, lovelies. We are at the final month of 2020. I'm pretty stoked to be here. It's been quite an interesting 2020, a very reflective year. We've been tested a lot when it comes to patience, perspectives, changing the people in our lives that we don't need in there anymore, or who might be pulling our energy in ways that aren't conducive to our future and our desires. I haven't really been focusing on love. It's really been about the personal self. At the end of 2019, I talked a lot about how 2020 was going to be a year of change. Oh boy, was it. And that's really what the whole year just focused on, was the self and how you could get yourself in a better position. As we move forward into 2021, I will be looking at love more. I am going to be looking at love today as well, but I also want to just do a final kind of reflection of really where we've come through the 2020 regarding, your passions, your calling, where you're going, what you can do to be more aware of the wisdom and those lessons that you learned and how you can apply them to 2020. I want to see what piece of advice there is for when you're discouraged, rather than going backwards and regressing towards how 2020 or 2019 was. What are you going to use from all of that towards 2021 to be more constructive, to get more of what you want, to get more of where you're closer to where you're going, where you want to go. And we're going to see what type of what you're going to be pursuing, okay, in 2021. As far as love, I am going to look at that as well. We're going to see kind of what for those of you finding and keeping love, that's really what we're looking at, right? I want to see what that love's going to look like. I want to take a look at what, will the attraction be instant? Will the person be like? And just some basic questions on what to expect, okay? So that's what we're going to focus on in this particular reading as we get into 2021. I'm very excited. We have had a very interesting couple retrogrades. The first one in 2020 was rough. That one was really, really tough for a lot of people, including myself. This one that we've had in the latter part of the year, in November, that one was a very helpful retrograde. I hope a lot of you felt that. It brought a lot of those reflection points forward and helped bring in some positive motivational energy from the heart. I'm using those emotions a little bit, and also with that Scorpio energy, and with the Libra energy, we've got balance coming together that we can bring into 2021. Okay, so let's take a look and see how things are looking for you. And if you have any questions, let me know. All right, guys, I have a couple sales going on. Okay, my rates are still 50% off through the end of the year. If you are interested in a Reiki session, they're all on sale right now. Normally they are $40, and that's for half an hour or to clear whatever chakras are blocked, but I'm doing them for $25. Okay, the assessment is free. It's down below. We can see what at least is blocked, so you have an idea. Just do it. It's free. You might as well. In addition to that, if you're looking to just kind of get a reset, if you're not feeling 100% just solid on where you're at, I do have a soul manifestation journal. I developed this myself when I was in that exact position. I did this so that it was a hands-on, interactive kind of guide to get the mind going, to get that soul connected, to get thoughts and ideas kind of flowing, and just to help you get back in that direction that you feel connected and solid and secure and confident with where you're going. Those are on sale. They're $15. That's it. They're normally $30, but I just want to be able to help as many people as possible. It allows me to keep printing them, so it's really not a lot of profit for me, but it's something huge for you, and I just want to be able to help and heal. That information is down below. You can go to Heal to Manifest. That's heal, the number 2, manifest.com, and get all that information. You can schedule and book appointments, get your assessment. Everything's there, or down in the description box below. Okay, guys, so enough said. Let's take a look at how your life and love is going, all right? Hey there, Scorpios. All right, let's take a look and see how this Scorpio energy is doing with your life. See how it's going. I guess that's technically not really Scorpio energy anymore. We're in Scorpio energy as I'm making these, but we'll be in Sagittarian energy, so scratch that. Point being, it's been a very influential few months with Scorpio energy. Everybody's really been having to kind of tap into those emotions and clear some things out, come to terms with some things, control, areas of your life, let things go that need to end, allow new things to come in. Kind of that death and rebirth cycle has really been affecting a lot of people, but for a good reason. Coming, out of this 2020 energy and into the 2021 energy, it's good to see some shifts for the better, in a rebirth type of an energy, because that's something that's necessary. So the focus or the situation that's kind of calling to you, or that's focused on getting your attention here we've got love. We've got the Knight of Pentacles here. So offering love, expressing love, feeling like you've got that connection of love with somebody, romantic, energies kind of flowing around. You are really wanting to have some snuggly energy here, wanting to have some cuddles, some lover time. Yeah, you are definitely feeling in your Scorpio energy. So that's probably why that came out earlier, because I was definitely feeling Scorpio energy. But more than, lust or more than just sexual, it's very emotion based. I mean, you're looking for someone for that real deal type of connection here. And that's what's getting ready to come into perspective, is what I'm seeing here. Getting a balance. You're getting some karmic, payback to balance the scales a little bit from maybe you've been giving and giving but haven't received a whole lot, or maybe you just haven't had the right situation come into perspective yet. But I do see this shifting here. What is changing about this? So if you've had a problem with things not being fair, or kind of balanced, maybe you just have had some bad luck when it comes to love. I do see that the Wheel of Fortune is getting ready to change that trend, if you will. Okay, things haven't been going quite the way that you want. You've definitely been giving out a lot more than you've been receiving, and you've come to some pretty interesting realizations about people around you, the people that you desire, how you work with people, what you like to do, in general, as far as how your energy applies to the situation. Because for Scorpios, it's a very different experience for them. I feel like they deal with a lot of conflict because you guys are very straightforward, you're very direct, you have no problem approaching conflict, you have no problem telling somebody out there how it is, you have no problem ending a concept or ending somebody's whatever for the right reasons, for the greater good or for the truth or whatever it is. You don't have a problem with that. But it's created some issues in the past, and I think that's what you're a little bit fearful of. And I feel like you're coming into an opportunity where whoever you're around is going to just accept and admire you for who you are. And that's going to be kind of new for you. That's a little bit cautious almost, because it almost seems too good to be true. But this person is got a little bit of a mysteriousness about them also. So I feel like you're coming into connections with people who share a similar energy of, this is important to me, this is, a higher mentality, a higher way of thinking about something, just an understanding that you guys can relate with, whatever it is. I can see that there's going to be a shift here, and something that you can feel better about, right? What are you learning from this? That no matter how long things take, having patience and allowing things to just kind of have its natural development, take its course, is proving to you that the patience, the time spent, the effort given, the energy expended, all comes back around to making sense and feeling like you're getting that generous support in return from the universe, from your team, your spirit team, from your world around you, your environment, yourself. So I feel a lot of wholeness coming together, a lot of sense, clarity, control, whatever it is, and you're releasing the energies that have maybe just kind of kept you from really unleashing your potential. It's almost created a bitterness and almost where you question yourself, okay? But there's an anger, there's a resentment, there's something that built up, and you're just ready to be done with that. You're ready to explode with all this potential and this power and this beauty and really show what you've got here. Ready for some new opportunities, some new endeavors here. Should you get into a position where you're feeling, out of alignment, what can you do? Three of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel like this is saying don't waste your time on things that are going to give you anxiety or drama. Make that kind of a rule of thumb. Is it going to be worth dealing with down the line? excuse me, is it going to be worth dealing with? Is it going to matter to you? Does this have anything to do with your truth? And if it doesn't, if it's something that you don't resonate with, then put it to rest. Just don't even waste your time on it. Let it go. Okay, and that's what you can reflect on if it's just not going your way. All right, your future love, what's coming in for you regarding this here. All right, so you're certainly discerning through the energies that you resonate with and that you are happy with, and you are not giving energy to the ones who are wasting your time. Really boiling down your options, if you will. And say, like, for some of you, it's also you already have somebody, but it's issues or, like, pet peeves or whatever. You're boiling those down to, like, the main ones that are just driving you nuts, and you're going to deal with that, okay? You're going to deal with those and bring those up. Rather than everything, it's going to be just the main things. In the relationship, if you're dealing with lots of different people or several different options, you are going to cut out the ones that have any potential... you know that feeling when it's just, but there's, like, you're just not interested. But there's this separate feeling that kind of feels similar, but it's got that fear factor, and it's because you're just nervous or scared or it's new or it's unfamiliar. Don't shut that one down. Shut down the ones that you kind of know that you already know. You just, you know that's not going to be. But the one that really strikes your fancy, the one that might even scare you a little bit, that's the one I want you to be focusing on. Because it has the higher reward attached to it, okay? Higher level of satisfaction for you. I really feel like this person is going to be very accepting for who you are, and that's probably why it's so difficult for those of you in a relationship, because there is a lot of that acceptance, yet you want to feel like you can be at peace with some of those things that you have going on too. So just communicate, have a very clear communication, but with compassion and with love and all of those things. Maybe even a little humor. And vice versa, those of you who are dealing with, multiple people, I feel like the person is going to be very accepting of who you are. You're not going to have to worry about your characteristics and your qualities, because they're going to be admired so much by this person. You're not going to need to stress about how they feel about you. And it's going to be a very refreshing change. You're not even going to really hesitate on how you feel about this person, because it's so rejuvenating. You're not even going to question if it's the wrong choice or not. It's just what you want. You know what I mean? And something that's very just for you after what you've gone through. Seven of Cups. So it fulfills you in a lot of different ways too. Just kind of has all of those little boxes checked, and you're good to go with this person and the way that they handle themselves in their life. And if there's, they almost help to clear up any kind of distortions or any confusion, and bring you the happiness that you've really been asking for, or that you've been looking for. So what's coming is really big. You were asking for it. You want it. What you want is coming. Don't let old energies or anything in between shut it down before it can develop, though, okay? All right, if you want to look at your personal situation, feel free to reach out and let me know. Everything's looking good. As long as you're kind of staying in that flow and staying true to yourself, you are good to go, all right? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let me know. This is a general reading, so take what fits and leave the rest, and have a great month. Much love to you guys.